guys, my name is MadGamer1012 and today we are back for another Minecraft tutorial. Now in this Minecraft tutorial I'm going to be showing you scoreboard objectives, players, teams, and all of the stuff that comes with scoreboards. Now I am going to be splitting it up into multiple tutorials because there is just way too many criterias to do in one episode. But in this episode, I'm going to be doing the death count, and I'm also going to be doing mine blocked counts. Now, to get started, you can either do this in command box or in regular game chat. All you need to do is type in scoreboard objectives, and you can hit tab to complete it for you. Scoreboard objectives, and then you want to put add to make your first one. And then you want to put whatever you want to name it. And then whatever you want to name it is not what's going to show up on here. We'll get to that in a second. But now what we're going to do is put a criteria. And for the death count, all we need to do is type death count, no spaces, but a capital C. And then the name that is going to show up on the side if we put it on the sidebar. And it will create a new objective. Now with the objective you can do multiple things. Now you can display it on the side, and that's, well, there isn't multiple things you can do with it. You can pretty much just display it on the side. Now there's two places that you can display it on. Below your name, and I will explain that one in a second. On the sidebar, which is over here, and list, which is when you press tab. Now for the below name, when you're in multiplayer and people look at you, you'll have your name will be above you. Now you can't see this on yourself, but trust me, it will work, and it'll display just below your name. But for this purpose, I'm going to put it on the sidebar. Now I can press tab now, and as you can see, it displays my amount of deaths that I have. And if I just simply, let's remove it. If I just simply kill myself, you can see that the score went up. Where'd everything go? Oh, it's over there. Okay. Now with the sidebar, it'll just show up a little scoreboard on the side. Now be cautious that it can only have up to 16 characters or letters, and that's including the space in between the name and the number. Now if you have a long name, like I have no idea, it'll cut it off and just put the space and then the letter or the number. And if you have 2-digit numbers, it'll keep cutting it off. So the below name, like I said, just displays it under your name. Now that is pretty much all you can do with it, with the death count, and it increments by itself. You don't need to do anything else like that. But there is two increments that you have to change by yourself, and that is trigger, which is kind of hard to explain. You guys will probably just have to read the wiki on it. It was hard for me to explain, or well, hard for me to understand, so it's going to be even harder to explain it. And then there's also dummy, which basically is, like, I guess you could say a dummy pretty much, because you have to change it yourself. But I mean, it's good for kind of PvP reasons, I guess, or like mini game reasons. But it's really no big use in survival. So now we're gonna go on to the stat mine block. Now to do this, all you do is scoreboard objective add, and then the name of the objective again, and it has to be different from the one that you just made. And then you need to do stat period mine block, no spaces, capital B period, and then the ID of that block, and in this case I'm going to be using cobblestone. And then you want to put, this is optional, you want to put the name that's going to show up on the sidebar if you do put it on the sidebar. So for this case, I'm using cobblestone again. And I'm just going to go ahead and display this one on the sidebar. Go into survival. Now keep your eye on the sidebar. Every time I mine a piece of cobblestone, it'll increment into 1. And this does work in the snapshot because it is currently what I'm in. I am 14W30B. And yeah. So if you guys want to remove this objectives, let me click on you. Oh, I cannot click on you because I'm not in game mode. Okay. So to remove it, all you need to do is type scoreboard objective remove and then the name of the objective. And that's pretty much just how you remove it. But before I do that, I'm going to show you two more things that you can do with scoreboards. Now, there's players and then there's teams. Now with players, you basically can just set, add, remove, reset, list, enable, test, and operation. And let me type it again. Now set basically just sets the number that you want to a certain number, or in that objective. Say I have 12 cobblestone mine right now, I can set that up to 50. Now add, what that does is adds a number to the current number. So say if I wanted 20 blocks mined, I could add 8 to it. And then remove basically just gets rid of it. Reset sets every single objective that you're in to 0. List shows all the objectives that you are in and the number that you have in that objective. Enable, I really have no idea what it does. Let me test. Oh, that's for trigger. Okay, like I said, trigger is one of them that's kind of stupid. And then there's test. I really don't know what test does anymore. Oh, okay, so basically what that does is if you have a minimal, it'll do something. I really don't know about that one. And then operation, again, is another one that they added in the new update. Operation. Huh. Oh, okay. Beats me. Anyways. And with teams, that is, like, they're basically teams. So, scoreboard. Teams. Now, you can do 3 things, you can do 3 things with teams once you have one, but you can add, remove, join, leave, empty, list, and option. Now to add, and then I'm just gonna put green. And then I can remove that team, I can join that team, which I'm gonna do right now. Join green. And with this, you can do, I have to option the name of the team. I'm gonna put green. And then I can do 3 things. They added more. Oh, okay. So color basically changes the color of it. Friendly fire allows you to hit your teammates or not hit your teammates. See friendly fire or friendly invisibles means that if a person on your team is invisible, you can see them, but people on other teams cannot see them. And name tag visible just basically shows a name tag above them if you're in multiplayer. And death message visibility. If somebody dies on your team, you can disable that, and only people on your team will see it, not other teams. At least I think that's what it does. It may be the other way around. You don't see it on your team, but other people on other teams see it. It might be the other way around. But for the colors, they have to be in Minecraft colors. Like, you can't do orange. because it'll say that's not one. No, it's black, dark blue, dark green, dark aqua. There's a lot of, actually. But for this case, I'm just gonna do green. And my name changes to green also. Whoever's in that team, their team color or their name changes. Now, if you want to set up something like I have in my Stratosphere Survival, and you guys won't see this yet until I put an episode out because I just did it, like today, actually. You could have something like this. Now, I have it set for showing the objective A and the objective B. And this is on Ethos redstone clock, or hopper clock. And every time this shifts back and forth, it switches the display. So when this goes back, it'll show the scoreboard B. And that's the mine blocks. So if I were to just kill myself right now, as you can see, the score went up on the side. And if I were to also get cobblestone, and I were to get that, and then go in here and mine it, the score goes up as well. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for the tutorial part 1. If you guys want to see part 2 of scoreboards, come back and you can see more. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed, please comment, like, and rate. I totally messed that up, but I don't care, YOLO. And if you enjoyed my awesome video making skills, come back for more. And you can do this by subscribing to me, and I try to put out at least 2 videos every week. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching.